All right, so hot pan, we're making a frittata.
Okay.
Pan, see, this pan has been on this thing for a little while.
What's the secret to getting the frittata really?
Have your mom do it, because she really knows how to do it.
See, like, I knew
no
that
joke.
you would say that.
This is my mom's dish. So let me tell you where I first learned about this dish. I'm a bit of what we call a mamone, which you thankfully pointed out.
I was going to say that, but okay.
A mamone is a mama's boy.
Right.
And in Italy, there's nothing wrong with being a mama's boy. As a matter of fact, every guy is a mama's boy. They cook for you, they do the laundry, they pay the rent until you want to leave the house.
And they
Who can argue with that?
And
exactly.
They feed you.
They feed you better food than you're going to get anywhere. So I'm a proud mama's boy. Fine, all right, let's don't hold it against me. So I used to be with my mom all the time as a kid. And one of the places I used to go to, she was very active in my school, which is a Catholic school. The Rosary Society was this society where we used to go, and everyone would have to bring food. And we would have to say the whole, I'd have to stand there and say the whole rosary. That's a lot of prayers. And the frittata was so good that I waited and I stood there every time. I said every Hail Mary, Our Father, Glory be, the whole thing, knowing that that frittata was coming at the end of this hour-and-a-half-long ritual. Everyone always said, "Did you bring the frittata, Mama? Did you bring the frittata?" It was like the key to the city, this frittata. So you saute this and saute this and saute this, and then you get this, a nice little pan full of very soft peppers, onions, and potatoes.
And you could add some hot red pepper to that. Would be good. Yeah.
She's very smart.
A little hot red pepper.
How about that? Look at that, hot red pepper.
Hot red pepper coming up. Okay.
Yep. And garlic is a good thing to go in there as well.
Here's
this is oh, you guys are fans of garlic?
Yeah. Here's your eggs.
So it's about 8 eggs, 10 eggs. Depends on how big the pan is. And of course, you want to season your eggs very well. I like using sea salt. I happen to think it tastes good. You know, there are two kinds of salt, sea salt and mined salt. Most of the salt you get out there is mined.
Okay, you know, this is a real economical dish, right, Rocco?
It really is. You know, eggs are a miracle food.
Right.
In Italy, eggs are eaten for breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, all the time.
And if you have just little bits of cheese, leftover ham or whatever, you can make a nice
Truly. And eat it warm with a salad. It's fantastic.
Do you want any herbs in that?
Parmesan cheese, herbs are great. Literally anything you want to put in here, you can put in here.
Let's put some basil in there.
Okay.
Chef's going to put some basil in. Is that good?
Some basil is good, sure.
Okay. And you really need about 6 to 8 eggs, though, to do a frittata correctly, don't you?
I would say 8 to 12, depending on how big the pan is. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not gonna come out of the pan if it's not hot. You have to make sure it's hot, because as it cools down, the olive oil, whatever fat's in there, is going to congeal, and it'll be impossible. So my mom would do something like this. She would take it and just flip it over like that.
That's what I would do,
And that's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Now, the great thing about the frittata is oh, that gets applause. I love your audience. You can take too long to cook a frittata, burn it, and still get applause. You guys are fantastic.
I think it's got a nice little crust on it.
Actually, my mom would always tell me a little crust is an important thing. It should be brown. This is an egg dish that actually browns a little bit. Now, what I did was I put a little olive oil on the plate, because I want to brown the other side too. So I put olive oil on the plate, knowing I was going to have to put it back in the pan.
Right.
And that's how you get the other side browned as well, if you want to. Now, you don't have to. It's just a detail. I happen to love that crust on there. So, now, when I was a kid, everyone else in school had those sandwiches, the
peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, what did you call it earlier? The spitball bread sandwiches?
Yeah.
Okay, so we basically classified bread in 2 ways: good bread and spitball bread. So everyone else in school had spitball bread.
And we had
these giant sandwiches wrapped in tea towels, and I was always ashamed of them, and I used to hide them, and I used to trade them for Twinkies. And it took me about 30 years to realize I really had the good end of the bargain there.
Yeah, that's right. See, those mothers are all the same. Okay.
I know.
All right,
so now here, put a little olive oil here if you want.
Yeah.
One of my mom's favorite dishes is just bread with olive oil. So there you go.
I'm with her.
And then you just cut them. Cut it like that. If you want to make it the same size you can, my mom would do something like this. And it wouldn't fit perfectly, but she would be totally happy with that.
Who cares?
That's the way my mom would do it. Now, because I'm an anal retentive chef, I would cut it in a little oblong. I would put it in there so it would fit perfectly. There you go.
Wow. Do you want to plate that up there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.